Hey everybody, welcome back to Sketchcraft Live, where I draw in real time stuff I gotta work on. Tonight, I'm working on this commission, getting the construction riffy done for Wolverine Sketchcover. Already got a silhouette made. I'm just kind of like sketching basic construction stuff, and still pretty early. Hey, what's up, Josh? Yeah, I backed it, but I picked the Switch as my platform, so I won't get it till like January. No, I don't play betas, man. So I've learned my lesson. I just wait for the game. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll just play it when it's out on my Switch. Hey, what's up, Mark? I don't speak Spanish. I don't read it. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Someone can translate. I don't know. It's probably an art critique. You're drawing Wolverine fat or some nonsense like that. Like, yes, I'm drawing a big fat Wolverine. You got me. I don't know. I don't know, guys. You gotta post in language. Use Google Translate. You think the thumb has to look at the face? Yeah, thumb's looking at the face. Thumb right there. Thumb is moved forward there. Guys, just letting you know, I normally don't stream some of this stuff because when I'm doing construction, I kind of not looking for feedback. You know? So, you know. I don't mind drawing in public, just, you know, I think people watching should also understand the process. You know, that's why I show stuff in real time. Like, you'll see the process. You'll see how I get there. Here's what I do. I get a 3D model and I just trace it and then I take credit. That's how it works. That's how we do things here. Sometimes I throw away the entire drawing before I even start. You know? It's happened many a time. Sometimes I go through a drawing just to get to a drawing. You know? What I need is, see, it'll roughly cut off right there, so. Yeah, anytime I scan in a sketch cover, I just leave the old one in the file in case someone asks for a Spider-Man. I'll have to go dig it up. Just in my sketch cover template. I just photograph the covers and paste them in so I can then transfer this to the. That's what Bacon was saying. He's been reading that. Silhouettes. Yeah, the silhouettes, it just... Some nights, man, it gets easier than others, you know? Like with this stuff, I'm just constantly thinking about, okay, I gotta trace this to the sketch cover. You know what I mean? Like, that's always fun. That's always fun to do. And I'll push something, a muscle or something, out a certain way if it makes the silhouette easier to read, whether it's realistic or not. You know. I tried to stream this silhouette when I was working on it, but I had too much going on over here at the time. With the move and everything, it's just my wife's constantly been in and out of the room talking to me while I'm working, so. Hey, what's up, Psycho? Let me see here. Hey, man, I wish I could, but my Switch version was delayed till January. So, there we go. I'm not buying 2 copies of the game, so I just have to wait. But with Mario coming out in a couple weeks, it's probably for the best anyway. That's all the games I got on to Switch. Well, Brandon needs to actually fucking...
Hello.
Wasn't ringing, Brandon.
Oh, that's fine.
No one here heard a ring. I didn't hear a ring.
It's all good. No biggie. But I texted you, but I was like, yeah, he probably doesn't look at his phone. I better just put it in the chat.
Yeah, when I'm drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not looking at my phone while I'm drawing.
That's true.
Apparently, Joe Messes about actually finished. Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast. He's going to do a 3-issue series wrapped up in the spring, focusing on Garrison. And he didn't say whether it'll be a prequel to this comic, to the game, or follow up after the game. But I imagine it'll probably tie in the end of, Battle Chasers 9 with whatever they're doing now. One of the guys I follow on Twitter, Patrick Zurcher, has been drawing comics since the 90s, and he's drawing Superman over at DC. And he was talking about, he said, hey, all the professional artists, would it be great, what would you think about like an art forum? Like if these companies that we work for, like Marvel and DC, if they had their own forum, basically, that they could post work and then critique each other. And I'm like, for what it's worth, bro, Ape had that, and with deadlines and project fatigue, it just turned into high-fiving. Because there's no time for that, dude. Like it's just so you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty certain, I didn't get in this on Twitter because I only have 140 characters, but I'm pretty certain when Capullo's killing himself on a page, the last thing he wants to do is fucking go into a forum and get additional critique from people that have no
Right.
sign off on the project. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like he's excited about what he's working on, but all I know is at the end of the day, what if a bunch of artists at that company say, hey, I think this is cool, you should change this, and your editor's telling you things, ignore that, it's good to go. You know what I mean? Like those things sound great and they mean well, but it's deadlines, dude. He knows this, Like it just doesn't work. I've been there. I've seen it happen. You get your fellow artists giving you high fives, and your writer and team, members are like, editors like, I don't
Get
know.
it done.
Yeah. He didn't reply to me. I take the fun out of it. It's like, yeah, I get it. Reality hits. It's not fun, man. It's a job. I mean, I know it can seem fun, but Rob, you don't draw for these companies. You just do commissions and stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I choose that. I've made this choice. I had a friend talking to me earlier today. He's like, man, we can do some more stuff over here and there. I'm like, I've given up. Like, I'm down. I just told him. He's like, what? I'm like, I gave up. I've quit. I'm not doing anything for those people. You know? Well, why? I'm like, where's the God in me? I'm just curious. You know? Have I gotten famous from any of this stuff? I'm like, I'm just gonna be working on my own stuff. You know?
Yeah.
My own stuff and commissions. You know, once I get through some of these things, like that's all I'm moving toward. I'm tapping out. You know, life's too short for me to sit around getting endless notes from companies about how thick people's legs are and shit. You know, even if they're right, I just don't care anymore. I'm becoming the guy on Office Space. I've already done that. Like within T-shirts, I did that. I'm the guy who
Right.
chainsawed his fucking desk down. You know what I mean? So it's not a good career move, by the way. I don't recommend you doing it. But I did it. Like I recently got an email, you know, about working on this project for, you know, a company we all know, and they have a certain look, and it was made to me like we'd like you on the project, but you need to work like this. I said I pass. I'm not doing it anymore.
Any certain topic you want me to use for the podcast thumbnail? I was thinking either Battle Chasers or something with Inktober.
We probably talk about Inktober.
Right. So I was just
We
thinking of.
didn't talk about Battle Chasers much since I was the only one talking.
I talked about it.
Yeah. Hey Ben, so you know, I put links in those things for a reason. So if there's things, hey, read this. You got 3 weeks. You know, you should have read. Should have read. I did sit there and explain that one to Bacon too. I'm like, that's why the stuff's there.
I missed the.
You don't check it.
No, I checked
And
it. I looked at
should
it.
I be emailing everybody every day when I update it? Is that what I should do?
No, I just
Should I?
you
Just
you
curious.
usually tell me when we talk on the phone
Okay, I'm
outside the
telling you
cast.
every time I'm like, here's what we've been reading. That means you've read it. There's generally
Okay.
just single issues, Brandon. You got 3 weeks
Right.
to sit on the toilet and fucking read it on your phone.
I read the metal, the Batman metal. I read the Zim. I just didn't see
Well,
that the other one was in there. My
yeah, well, it's been
mistake.
in there for 2 weeks.
All right.
I
God.
have to have these conversations in public because it's the only way you respond.
Wait. We're recording right now?
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding. I know. Just
yeah, because you were in the goddamn chat room.
I know. I'm joking.
Well,
I know we're fucking recording.
well, now you know.
Yeah, I know. I know. Hi, everyone.
Hmm. I can loop around a conversation uselessly too, as if you never said anything, you know, because I wasn't paying attention. That's possible, you know.
Hooray! Inktober is upon us.
Yeah, like everything else. I don't know, man. Like, a lot of great art being made during Inktober. We shared a bit of it on the cast, guys. Go check it out. Brandon's put links up. But I just don't respond well to like art challenges. You know, like I'm gonna challenge myself and draw 30 things. Like, nah, man. Like I got the whole fucking year. I'm doing shit. Like I don't
Right.
need. I don't need another. I've never done well with it my entire life. Like I'm like it's. I think it's just, and I hate to say this, but it's like I was sort of taught that it's not the thing you do 10% of the time. It's the 90% of the other shit you do. So like when it comes to this stuff, like I'm gonna draw something every day for 30 days. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool, but you know, which I just don't respond well to it. Like they used to do these things at work every now and then. Some artists would come in and be like, "We're gonna do an art challenge." I'm like, "Good luck." You know what I mean? I'm going to lunch. Fuck this shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I got an art challenge. It's called life. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I could do a Patreon, or I could just sell commissions and make the
Right.
same amount. You know what I mean? Without bugging the fuck out of you all every day to fucking support my. I'm thinking about doing that too, by the way. Like, let's do a cast where I start it and I just act like YouTube guy. Like, just imagine YouTube guy where I'm like, "Hey, everybody, welcome to Sketchcraft, the podcast," and and I can like
Yeah.
jump cut and I can make like impressions, like you remember, like all these YouTube dudes, man, they do that thing. Like, remember when Ace Ventura was in the pool making impersonations at the camera?
Yeah.
Like, I think like all the guys from my generation saw that, and then they're just doing that every day on YouTube. Damn it, Jim! I'm an artist, not a Hey, everybody, jump in the forums right now and let me know what you think. I really care. Like, I don't care. I barely care what Brandon has to say. I just have him here because it's fun when I pick on him. It's fun for me. Like, hear that silence, everybody?
Yep.
It's this. Brandon only gets that silent when either I say the truth or he doesn't know the answer to something he just said he knew the answer to, and I make him answer it.
I wasn't paying attention. I was doing the thumbnail.
Hmm. Yeah, that's how it works.
So I'm sure it wasn't something in my benefit being discussed. I'm sure it
It's
was.
always to your benefit.
I'm sure it was something Brandon did wrong or
No,
just.
it's always to your benefit.
Right.
And then what I can do is I can start the podcast off that way, and then for the next 20 minutes, just plug all of my like GoFundMe's and Patreons, and I'll just make up a bunch of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also support my Patreon for art tips, and also support, you know what I mean? And they won't exist. I'll just do it for 20 minutes, and that'll just be the show, just one giant plug.
Right.
It's one giant plug.
Sounds about right.
There you go, 3 potatoes. 1 potato, 3 potato, 2 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more.
Jeez.
It's the tater splits.
Oh, Jesus. See what you guys did. You got Rob singing.
I got bacon and taters on the cast now. Isn't that great how that worked out? Bacon and taters.
Almost like you planned it.
What are the odds of that, Brandon?
All right.
Why wouldn't do that? I just love how you guys have the same initials, just inverted. That's
Well, I think
crazy.
he got. I think he has the better deal on that one.
Oh, he definitely got the better deal. Like,
I had to be like, yeah, that's what I get from your mom. Shit like that.
uh-huh.
That had to be,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, get him daily.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, before I was adopted, my last name was Gulius. So my initials were Rag. You're on the rag. You know, the '80s were just
All right.
kids did not have the sensitivity they have now.
On the thumbnail, real quick, I was gonna use the creature box Leo. Do you think it'd be best to make sure that their name is on the thumbnail in it, or just it's okay to?
It's fine. We got credit. Just put cover
Right.
art in the link
Okay.
to creature box
Yeah.
cover. Thumbnail art.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're big fans of them. It's not like we're.
Yeah, I'm not gang. The whole I start this up. This is where I get to be a fan of stuff, guys. This
Yeah.
isn't me trying to like pretend I'm take. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's the whole point of the podcast. Because if I don't, then people are like, "What are you a fan of?" Oh, you're not a fan of anything. You only like your own stuff. Like, no, guys, I am. I'm just, shit. Gotten that. Because there are artists, dude. I've sat there with them. I can't throw them under the bus. But believe me, I've been at cons where guys are like, I just don't read anything because there's nothing good anymore. Just make my own stuff. I'm like, oh, shut up, you liar. You know.
Right.
And I know because I could tell when they've been ganking shit in there. Just they don't want to get caught. So sometimes with this shit. I get picky with this fucking nonsense. Rob the
Grandma.
narcissist cigarist only likes my own stuff. Yeah, I only like my own shit. I try to be
Grandma
honest
bought
when I'm not. I hear you. You're gonna be back. I got you. What is it with people cutting me off tonight when I talk? I'm trying not to do it to people. That's why.
Rob loves Rob.
When I tell people, hey, I'm not reading stuff right now, I'm not reading stuff right now. I also, fucking guys, I also read books. You know what I mean? So like right now, like I'm reading Game of Thrones, the actual novels. I got another year or two till the last season. And I figure, well, the books can't spoil anything now. So
Right.
now I want to know how well they got, what else is there, what extra stuff. So I'm going through those. And the Witcher books. I just try to be honest. It's like, but when I do read the Big Trouble first issue.
Oh, they have a book of that?
Gee, Brandon wouldn't. Brandon wouldn't know. Brandon wouldn't know. I just send you a
I would
download
not
link.
know.
I tell these people I'm going to review stuff, and then no one here reads the fucking download links. It's the best. Hey, you going to review that? You know. So we'll get the hang of it after another 75 shows.
Yes.
Yeah, both those book series are great. And then when I get done with one of those, I'm going to move over to, what's it called? I'll read you the name. As soon as my fucking phone wakes up.
You're drawing. Don't touch your phone.
Hey, Brandon sent me a text. He said Discord.
Oh shit! You better hit that guy up.
hit up the BJ,
Hell yeah.
the BJ,
Get your
BJ
daily
Brandon
dose.
James. We should do that, dude. Like
Get your
downtown,
daily dose.
like downtown BJ Brandon James. On you know what? I might do that. BJ Brandon James. You're gonna be like, I wish you'd just stick with the taters.
No, you know what? You know what? I love it.
Uh-huh.
I love it. In fact, yes. I'm gonna see if I can get the website tonight.
Mhm.
I
So the
love it.
book I'm gonna get into after I'm done with one of these other ones is The Lies of Locke Lamora. So it's like a fantasy world, but they do heists and shit, which is up my alley. You know how I love me a good caper.
You do love ice.
I do.
You do.
I just keep playing that first level of Payday.
Payday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just just the heat level. Ah, fucking drink.
It's hot. It's hot.
Well, that's an alcoholic drink I'm sipping on, so that was not good to inhale.
Is
That
it
part.
is it pumpkin beer?
Nope, this is what you call an apple brandy highball.
Let's see.
It's apple brandy, some seltzer water, lemon wedge, and ice.
Sounds exotic.
No,
I said yes.
no. It should kick in the next 20, 30 minutes, so I can go to sleep in a normal hour. So I'm packing during the day right now, so things aren't getting done as quick as I thought, you know?
Mm-hmm. Commissions, commissions. Everybody loves commissions. Especially Rob.
I don't mind them, I'm just not taking sketch covers ever again.
Besides the one, do you have any left from the con to do still?
Yeah, these two, dumbass. This
Uh,
one and the Star Wars one.
the Obi-Wan
Yeah, well,
Kenobi.
this is the one I did at con that got ruined because the fucking cover didn't.
Oh shit! Yeah, the glossy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I got to
they
do
were
it
nice
again.
though. They were
Yeah,
real
well,
nice.
I tried to work on that again, but I just didn't have it in me. I had to start over from scratch.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, most of the books are on the show, right? Yeah, I know that. I'm fine with it. It's pretty close to first book though, but you know. As for whether he'll ever finish or not, probably not. But who knows? Yeah.
I'm gonna take the dog out real quick, and I'll just be back in like 5 minutes.
Mhm. Laying down a sketch. Yeah. I wouldn't reread. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ash? Imagine it bleeds. I haven't done that since Sumi E brush in high school. We did the Sumi E calligraphy on rice paper. Yeah, it was fun. Does mega potatoes? Nope, I just do them now. It's just faster. I've been doing them since Final Fantasy 7. It took almost 2 weeks once to get back to me on some flats. And they were kind of overproduced, even though I would walk him through how to, like, he was kind of overdoing it. But I just moved him on to focusing on his art. Because it just was becoming... Spending all this time doing flats and not getting any better. Just had to pick and choose battles. me think about what the fuck it is I'm trying to do.
All right, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I assume you're all caught up on the questions, even Johnny's.
Uh-huh.
All right. I assume the answer was he was too slow.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Took almost
Sounds.
3 weeks to do something once.
I like how it went from like a week to a week and a half,
Like a month.
2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now, next time when someone asks, it's going to be like, it took him 4 months.
He's still working on it.
That's what it's gonna. That's what it's gonna be eventually. He's still chipping away at it. Good times for you.
You remember a book called Haunt?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You remember when it started? It was like Ryan Otley and Robert Kirkman and Todd McFarlane are going to team up to make the new, McFarlane kind of style hero, Haunt.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And like Capullo's going to do layouts and Otley's going to clean it up. And then it just didn't seem to work out very well.
Right.
No one ever came out and said it, but the impression I got was that, Ryan had a certain way of working and Greg and Todd had a certain way of working.
Right.
And
Shit, that first started what? 2010, 2009.
mm-hmm. But I always remember going like, I don't think, and then Capullo ended up taking the book over, and I'm like, I just don't think Ryan wants to hear Capullo's input on layouts and stuff. That was like the impression I got. I might be wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I hold on to that because it's amazing to watch. And so Ryan the other day on Twitter posted this layout he did in Invincible that had a bunch of the Invincibles. It was like a million Invincibles on there.
Mm-hmm.
And Capullo posted something like, because they were all drawn right down to the distance. And he was like, man, creative shadowing. You know what I mean? Could have eliminated like it was like, and then I see later on, Greg's like, I was just saying, it looks great. I just see that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's right, but I just don't think this dude cares. You know?
Yeah.
You should go check it out sometime. Give me
Let me see.
your
I seen the
impression.
picture on his Instagram. Let's see here. Jesus, that's so many. Yeah, a lot of that could have just been.
He's like, and then the last post I saw was composed. So like, yeah, no, atmospheric effect will definitely take care. I'm like, it was just like he was trying to like give him a little bit of that Greggy advice, you know.
Yeah.
I guess after the fact or something, but they just had a feeling that that's probably how Haunt went, you know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Wouldn't mind owning a page from one of the Invincible books. But I can't afford any of the good ones. It would be like the one where it's like just like a tree, and then there's like a fist, and it's like
Bro,
the
with the student
$70
loans
page.
you gotta repay for your wife, dude. Like,
Oh, I can't buy anything. That's why, like when today on the cast, and I was looking at that Batman statue, I'm like, well, they buying that. Yeah. That is correct. Psychotech Blade Runner 2 premiere this week. Buy your tickets already, Rob?
no, I'm packing.
Nah. Are you closer or further away from the movie theater now?
Equal distance. It's no different.
Nice.
Probably a little closer, but it's minuscule. I mean, I'm closer to a cheaper theater, like the $5 nights.
Uh-huh.
I'm definitely closer to that. But in terms of like the IMAX, there's no difference.
Okay.
No, tomato meter's in the high 90s, dude. So, it's not gonna be dog shit. He'll go, the tomato meter isn't always right. If it gets a 90, it's not gonna be dog shit. Like,
Right. It's going to
come
be
on, well, I didn't
decent.
like the thing they did. Okay, I got it. You didn't like the thing they did, but it's not fucking Catwoman the movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. I mean, shit, anything above 75, 80, that's good. I mean, for just
even
enjoying a
I'll say,
movie.
dude. You know what I mean? Like between 50 and 60, it's preference. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if it gets around the 40s, 30s, and it's probably going to be universally panned. You know, if it's below 30, 99% certain you're going to hate it. There's always one fucking dude who's like, I liked it.
Me.
Like iBoy.
It wasn't bad.
You think I forget, right?
You don't have to forget. I'll say it wasn't bad. I didn't say it was like award winning, but I enjoyed it.
It's horrible. Horrible. Street Fighter: The
Eh.
Legend of Chun-Li bad.
I never saw that.
You missed a riveting performance from Chris Klein. This guy walks through the rain. I'm not. And if you think I'm changing the inflection, he's like clouds, dust you can't imagine. Like, and just imagine slightly turning your head when you talk.
Jeez.
Just a Chris Klein, Chun Li, and just watch the clips. There's like a master clip in YouTube.
Was he Guile? What was he
Shadow
doing?
Lao. No, man, he's this fucking Charlie Nash. He's trying to play like cop.
Charlie Nash.
Looks like a ripped version. It looks like a meathead version of Jason Lee. You'll see. Drop the connection. Maybe the internet went out. No, it's back up.
Right.
Hey, man. That's how ISPs work. Like, we're supposed to have transferred over the fucking internet by now, but, you know, they take their time.
Right.
Probably go out right in the middle of the stream. We transferred it over. Thanks. 3 in the morning. Appreciate it. Think they'll delay Punisher because of the shooting.
Possibly.
It's the least of the fucking my concern considering the shooting. Just,
Right.
you know.
But yeah, chances are something like that, yeah.
What if they cancel it?
Oh no. I think just postpone it. I mean, just like anything over time.
Overtime. It's been 2 days.
No, I meant like, like a couple weeks, month.
I mean, Frank Castle's like what you don't want to become. It's not like
Right.
he's the fucking, that's who I want to be, you know? Of course, you know, there's always those dumbasses who,
Yeah.
you know, they're like, that's the dream. Like, no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah. Let's see, Disney. Copy link, tiny URL. Bam. And to the podcast you go, little link.
I've been noticing there's like these YouTubers who'll talk about movie stuff, and when they want to bring up a topic like, hey, it sounds wrong, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know there was a shooting, but you think they'll delay the Punisher. They don't want to say that, so what they do is they pretend they got Twitter email. This comes in from the Twitter. You know, here's a question. You know, like,
Yes.
you know, will it,
Yeah.
you know, oh, you know, that's a insensitive thing to say. But I'm like, no one's asking you, like, liar. Like,
Right.
you know, yeah, sure, you know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I should do it to my wife every time. Like, you know what? Let's see. And I'm not gonna answer the question about whether you look fat or not, but let me take a question. See what Twitter thinks. Well, Twitter thinks.
Right. Well, let me see. Let me just pull up this.
Yeah, I could just shirk all responsibility.
Yeah. I'm doing the thumbnail thing. Did it is it still going or did it drop?
What are you talking about?
You said that you were losing connection on your video.
Oh,
I
it's
didn't know if
going
it was.
fine. It just sometimes
Okay.
it.
I'm not watching. I'm doing the. I got to close it to do my thumbnailing. Good old Spawn movie. Yeah, I hate when I see really badass stuff like that Batman statue. And I'm like, oh, only $400? There's something I can't afford.
That's why you learn to sculpt. Make your own.
I don't have time for that.
You have time. You.
I'd rather devote it in becoming a better artist.
That's a given.
So, I, my time is either doing thumbnails, doing art, or going to the gym. All help with stress. YouTube. Comics Watch. Holy shit.
Hmm.
For some reason, uh, Instagram, and they try to tell you, oh, shop now, buy this thing. For some reason, it was this new Canon digital cinema camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, it's like a little handheld thing, but it looks insane. Right? It's got all these options, and then the price at a great price of $6,000.
There's an ad. For the average Instagrammer.
Right? Like holy shit! It's like if you'd like to do 48 months, only monthly payment of 155.
Meanwhile, Zack Snyder's shooting home movies with his phone.
Yeah. This one records 4K RAW to a CFast 2.0 card. All 4K UHD, Full HD, etc., etc. Crazy stuff I don't know anything about. But thank you, Texas Medium Systems.
Kyle
I think it was
thanks
because,
you.
yeah, I think it was because I liked some, like the new GoPro Hero 6 or some video like that, and I was just like, oh, that's cool. And then the algorithms were like, hey,
You might like a $6,000 camera.
right?
It's natural.
I feel like I lost money just like looking at the ad. Oh, silly, silly. That's dope. Eric, and I always say his last name wrong. Canete,
Mm-hmm.
Canet did a Girl Scouts cover for Gym Mod Food. It's pretty cool. I will give it my likes. Mm.
Yeah, I've been reading Girl Scouts since 99.
98?
99?
Yeah.
I bought it in
Yeah.
Germany.
I think, yeah, 98, 99 when I got that, the first, I still have mine.
Well, I wasn't. I mean, it may have been
Those-
out 98, but I didn't see it until 99. Because
I mean, it could have been 99. I mean, I don't know. I think I was 14 or so. I remember I got the Girl Scouts, and then he did that Generation X one shot or whatever it was that I got, where it was like the paper had that cool texture feel to it. It was like actual thick cardstock. Yeah, I have a bunch of them, a bunch of that stuff. I have his art book too, that giant art book. I got that 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And then I finally, what was it, 2 years ago, got original piece of art from him at the Tucson Con. Drove all the way down there. I was like, I finally get a piece of art from him. And just got the magic. Right, tiny URL.
someone on Twitter wrote, the most impressive scene in any spy movie is in Casino Royale when James Bond is in a hotel shower and knows immediately how to use it. How true
That's
is that?
funny. That's good stuff.
How true is that? He's been around a long time. Canetti's been doing, I'd say for some in Wildstorm around the mid 90s.
I first, like, I didn't know at first that he worked on like Aeon Flux type stuff, but I first saw his stuff on, shit, what was the name of that book? With, oh, fuck. Hold on, I gotta look it up. I have all of them. I just
I
can't
think it
remember
was
the name. Oh, the
Supreme
End
was the
League.
first time I. It was no. What's that guy that Wildstorm had that was like Supreme? What was that dude?
Supreme.
No,
I thought it was
Century.
Supreme.
No, it wasn't Supreme. Wow, it's Extreme. But Wildstorm had a
Wow.
guy. What was his fucking name?
Let's see. Mr. Majestic?
Was it Mr. Majestic? It's one of
That's
those.
Wildstorm's Superman Prime Time. Yeah, Mr.
I think that's the first time I
Majestic.
saw his stuff. I'm going off memory here, folks.
Yeah, it was Mr. Majestic. Ed McGuinness drew it for a bit.
It's probably why I
Yeah.
was buying it back in
And
the
then
day.
when Wildstorm got bought by DC, he was in the Superman book and other stuff. And they changed his look over time. He had that white and red suit and then gold, and they revamped and all that other shit. The End League, that's the book I was thinking of. That's when I first saw his stuff. That came out in 2008. And I was like, oh man, this guy's style is crazy. And then I started following him. Be nice to own some art from him.
You need to start figuring out ways to earn more cash.
Yeah, just because I want these things doesn't mean I'm going to get them. I mean, I'm just like a kid. I want these things, but
Maybe you could trade, stuff with David or Jim Chung, right? Do a little art trade.
Ugh,
Hmm?
too tired to rebuttal that one. So, yes. Just want to finish all these links. Two more to go.
Make sure you don't put in links. Some of that's we didn't talk about some of that stuff, right?
I'm only putting the stuff we talked about. I got this. Was my
Sometimes I
famous
wonder.
last words.
Why do you do that to yourself?
Right. That floating Iron Man, that was cool.
Right?
Wonder how. I mean, it can never stop working, right? Because it's
Magnets.
It's magnet.
Yeah,
so
the
there's no
batteries
way
are
it could.
the batteries are for his light up.
Okay.
No, that's magnets.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it could never.
No. Welcome to. Well, it could. When the sun explodes.
What?
500 million years.
Can't wait to see that.
They could just get to making the Matrix like I wish they would.
Right. We could all be good.
Rob wants the Matrix. Yep, I'm Cypher.
Yeah. Monetize with ads. Request sent. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's just automatic now. Anytime you post something.
No, I know. I did. I got it. All right. That is up.
Hey, what's up, Dom? Yeah, this is a commission I gotta finish.
Man, looking at old McGinnis art, like 99, 2000. So dope.
Yeah. Doesn't draw like that no more.
Nope.
Good and bitter. Okay. Having put many of his artworks onto t-shirts, I can tell you which era of his sells and which doesn't.
Right.
Just so you know. Not to the comic book crowd, the 40-year-old dudes. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the average fucking person.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm pretty sure like a Batman, Superman, McGinnis older stuff or an older Hulk by him would sell.
Yep.
Just that whole rounded,
Yep.
cool, fun look.
Yep. Deadpool.
Oh, where's my water?
All those Deadpools sell. Even today.
Hey, Dom. It's looking good. Are you liking it?
Yeah, it's enough.
Yeah, the guy's gonna like it.
Yeah, it's all right. There's things I'm like, I could endlessly spend 4 more hours changing things, but it needs to get out on the board. I have time limits with commissions, you know. It's better than I would do at a con just because I just don't have any time at a con. So a lot of this stuff like this, all this super squiggly shit, I'll just work out because I have to transfer it to the paper and basically redraw it. You know, it's like no point in getting too attached to certain things. I can go there and noodle his mouth and fix it, but then when I go to trace it, it may not be. You know, the tracing, well, tracing, but it's transferring. The stuff is not. You know what I mean? Like you have to draw it
Yeah.
again, so it's like no sense in drawing it 18 fucking times.
All right. Which is what I like to do.
Yeah.
Till I get it right.
We'll see how that goes. Tasty. Alright, everybody. It is midnight. I'm going to grab some sleep. So I'm going to get this transferred to the board, and I should be able to start drawing stuff tomorrow. I'm going to try to start around 1 or 2 my time. I got to get 3 or 4 hours of packing done.
Oh, joy.
Well, luckily it's not nearly as bad as last time. But it's a chore. So podcast is up, right?
Yep.
Podcast is up. All this stuff will be up as well. I'll be streaming the inking and the fucking coloring and everything, so you don't have to worry about that. The only thing I don't stream is the transfer process because there's no way to. You've seen my setup, Brandon. It doesn't really work. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to record it though. Maybe we'll do something when I'm at your place, huh, Brandon?
Yep.
Yeah, that might be something.
We could set up some kind of video, or I can record over your shoulder, get some cool shots, whatever. Maybe a time lapse.
Maybe we'll do that so you can see how I get that done. All right, everybody. I'll see you all soon. Peace, everybody.
Bye, everybody.